Hello everyone, I am Harsha AJ. Today we will discuss one of the important topic and it's quite interesting also, that is correlation and regression. And so far if you not subscribed my channel, kindly subscribe it. And before starting this particular topic, I request you to take a sheet of paper and pen because it is not a theory topic. When I start explaining the things, if there are any important formula or problems, let us work out together. So it is always best so that we can understand in a better way. So with this request, so let us start with the contents. We have two contents today. One is correlation and second one is regression. First we will start with correlation. The definition is, it is an statistical technique that can show whether and how strongly pairs of variables are related. So that is the mathematical definition. And it is quite simple to understand because the name itself suggests correlation means we are comparing the relation between two variables, okay, and how strongly they are connecting each other or how weakly they are connecting each other. So that represents correlation. For example, say height and weight of a person. Say at the age of 1 year, this is the height. Say at the age of 2, this is the height. As year goes, height also changes. So that relation we are checking and that is called correlation. And one more simple example is, say, your performance in internal and external examination. Say suppose in the internal, say you scored 25 out of 25. And once you score 20 out of 25 out of 25, I am expecting full marks in semester also. If you scored 100 out of 100, your correlation is absolutely good. Unfortunately, there is one more possibility. Say you scored 25 out of 25 in the internal and you scored, assume say you scored 0 marks. So that time it is weakly correlated. So that is what correlation means. We are just comparing the relation between two variables. So that is the practical meaning, understanding of correlation. Okay, so now we will try to understand the next concept called correlation coefficient. See, when we are dealing with statistics or mathematics, this correlation we have to represent in the form of a number. Okay, so that is called correlation coefficient. So mathematically, the definition is like this. It is a statistical measure of the strength of the relation between the relative moments of two variables. And always correlation coefficient is denoted by small letter r. So remember students, whenever I write small letter r, it is understood that we are dealing with correlation coefficient. And always the value of correlation coefficient lies between -1 to +1. So that is the limit. So always in the examination or in any problem, if they ask to find the correlation coefficient, answer should lie between -1 to +1. Now the question is how to find the value of r. So if you refer any of the book, there are plenty of formula. Okay, so don't get confused. In this particular section, I will show 3 different formula. For time being, you just try to remember the formula. When problem comes, I will tell how to remember the formula and which formula we have to use. The first formula to find r is summation x minus x bar into y minus y bar divided by n into sigma x into sigma y, where the value of x bar is mean, you know, right? Summation x by n. Add all the values of x divided by n. Similarly, y bar also, add all the values of y divided by n. And the value of sigma x square is summation x square by n minus x bar whole square. How to get summation x square? Very simple. X we have, find out x square of all the values, take the summation. X bar square means just now in the previous value we have x bar. Once you get that value, take the square. That's it. Similarly for sigma y square, same formula, summation y square by n minus y bar whole square. Now what I will do is, in the first equation, in place of x minus x bar in the numerator, I will take capital X, and in place of y minus y bar, I will take capital Y, just for the convenience, and I will try to simplify, and I will get one more alternative formula. I have not given all the steps, you just remember the formula, that is sufficient. So second formula is summation capital X capital Y divided by square root of summation x square into square root of summation y square. This is the second formula you have to remember. And there is one more formula to find the value of r. That is r equal to sigma x square plus sigma y square minus sigma of x minus y square divided by 2 times sigma x into sigma y. So we have 3 formula altogether. But don't worry, in the problem only few formulas are required, that I will tell you later. So you just remember to find r, we have 3 formula. Now we will go for the next concept, that is called regression lines. The definition is regression estimates the relationship between one independent and one dependent variable. So that always we are presenting in the form of a line and one variable with respect to another variable, how it is changing, and one is always independent variable and one more is dependent variable. So when I deal with the lines, we are dealing with straight lines. So there are 2 types. One is y equal to ax plus b. This is one form of a straight line, and you know right here x is independent and y is dependent. In this case, to find the regression line, formula is y minus y bar equal to r into sigma y by sigma x into x minus x bar. And this equation is called regression line of y on x. This is very important. One is regression line of y on x. How to remember this? If LHS is y minus y bar, then that is regression line of y on x. Similarly, I will take one more form. What is one more form? I will take x equal to ay plus b. That is also a straight line, right? But here what is the difference? Here x is dependent and y is independent. In this case, what is the formula? Same thing, only values are changed. Here it is x minus x bar equal to r into sigma x by sigma y into y minus y bar. And this is called regression line of x on y. So these 2 formula you have to remember. Again, how to find x bar, r, sigma x, sigma y, y bar, everything we have given in the first part, right? So it's very simple. So in always a regression line, there are 2 forms. One is regression line of y on x, second one x on y. But in the problem section, remember, they won't ask like this. They will ask just find the regression lines in most of the problems. So you have to find both things. Okay. So these are the formula we studied to find the values of regression line. Now there is one more alternative formula to find a regression line. See, in the case of coefficient of correlation, we have 3 set of formula, right? Now in the case of regression line, one set of formula, just now I told, there is one more set. This is in terms of capital X and capital Y. Here capital X means as usual small x minus x bar, capital Y means y minus y bar. What is the formula? First one is capital Y equal to summation xy divided by summation x square into x. And since it is in terms of y in LHS, so this is called a regression line of y on x. And second one, x equal to summation xy by summation y square into capital Y. This is called a regression line of x on y. So altogether we have to remember 2 set of formula for regression lines. Now after finishing all this formula, I know many of you get confused, because see, in the coefficient of correlation you studied 3 set of formula, and here you studied 2 set of formula. Which one to use, which one not to use is the confusion. Don't worry, for your understanding sake I divided into 2 type of problems, type 1 and type 2. How they will ask in first type is, they will ask first we have to find coefficient of correlation, then they will ask to find lines of regression. In type 2, reverse. First they will ask lines of regression, then we have to find the coefficient of correlation. Most of the problems they will ask in these 2 types. So in first type, if they ask first coefficient of correlation, you have to use this formula, that is r equal to sigma x square plus sigma y square minus sigma x minus y square divided by 2 times sigma x into sigma y. So we'll get the value of r. Then we have to find lines of regression. For that we have to use these 2 one. y minus y bar equal to r into sigma x y sigma y by sigma x into x minus x bar, and x minus x bar equal to r into sigma x by sigma y into y minus y bar. So this is first type. Please note down this. So type 1, first they will ask coefficient of correlation, then lines of regression. So these are the three formula. Now we will go for second type. What is second type? In second type, first they will ask lines of regression, then we have to find coefficient of correlation. In second type, the procedure is they are asking lines of regression first, therefore these are the formula. Which one? Capital Y equal to summation xy by summation x square into x, that is y on x. Second one, x equal to summation xy by summation y square into y. So this is called regression lines. Now to find the value of r, there is one more formula. That is, it is very simple. You have to use the formula as r equal to plus or minus coefficient of x into coefficient of y. So very simple to find the value of r. So these two things you remember. If you want, you write down. This is second type. To find the lines of regression, these two formula. To find the value of r, second formula. Second formula is very simple. Just now I am introducing. It is plus or minus root of coefficient of x into coefficient of y. This is second type. So in this particular set of problems, I am sure that minimum one questions or two questions you will get in the same way. Okay. So we will take few problems based on type 1 and type 2. Okay. So first I will start with first example. What is the first example? It says compute the coefficient of correlation and the equation of the lines of regression for the following data. They have given x and y value. Now you check. Before solving the problem, you check which type. They are asking first coefficient of correlation, then regression lines. Therefore, first type. If it is first type, first you have to find r value. Which formula I mentioned? This one. R equal to sigma x square plus sigma y square minus sigma x minus y square divided by 2 times sigma x into sigma y. First you write down the formula, then it becomes very simple. Now, just for my convenience, in place of x minus y, I will take z. So what happens now? Sigma x square plus sigma y square minus sigma z square by 2 sigma x into sigma y. Now, I will try to find out all these values, then I will substitute. Okay. How to find sigma x square? Write down all the formula. I have explained in the beginning. Sigma x square is summation x square by n minus x bar square. Sigma y square is summation y square by n minus y bar square. Similarly, sigma z square is summation z square by n minus z bar square. Now, again, is it possible to find now straight away? No, because I don't know x bar, y bar, z bar. What is the formula for x bar, y bar, z bar? Write down. X bar equal to summation x by n, y bar is summation y by n, z bar is summation z by n. So everything is done. I have written the formula. Now, what are the things required? You write down in the table. So as usual, first column x, second column y. I want z also. Z means what? X minus y. I have written. Again, I require summation x square, y square, z square, right? So I have written x square, y square, z square. X and y value they have given already. Write down the values. Z means x minus y. Very simple. If you want, I will explain first row. X is 1, y is 9. Z is x minus y. That is 1 minus 9 minus 8. X square becomes 1. Y square means 9 square, 81. Z square means minus 8 whole square, 64. Similarly, other values. Once it is done, I want summation. Find out the summation. Summation x is 28. Summation y is 77. Summation z is minus 49. Summation x square is 140. Summation y square is 875. Summation z square is 347. Then start re-substitute. First find out x bar, y bar, z bar. How to find x bar? Summation x by n. Find out y bar, z bar. Once you get x bar, y bar, z bar, find out sigma x square. How to find sigma x square? Summation x square by n minus x bar whole square. Summation x square from the table write down. N means total pair of values, that is 7, minus x bar. Just now we found out 4. Substitute, you get the answer as 4. Similarly, sigma y square is 4. Sigma z square is 0.57. Done. We got all the values. Substitute in main equation r. So r equal to, you get 4 plus 4 minus 0.57 divided by 2 into square root of 4 into square root of 4. What is the answer? 0.93. Done. But remember, answer should be minus 1 to plus 1. Here we got 0.93. So first part is done. Now what they are asking, now we have to find lines of regression. What is the formula? First one, there are two formula. First one, y minus y bar equal to r into sigma y by sigma x into x minus x bar. Substitute all the values, y bar, sigma y, sigma x, r and x bar. Y and x as it is, you cannot substitute. Once you substitute, you have to write in the form of y equal to ax plus b. Done. We got answer as y equal to 0.93 x plus 7.28. Similarly, second equation, you have to write both. Remember, second one is x minus x bar equal to r into sigma x by sigma y into y minus y bar. Substitute all the values, x and y as it is. Now you have to write in the form of x equal to ay plus b. Done. You got the answer as x equal to 0.93 y minus 6.23. So this is about first type of problem. We'll go for second type now. What is the problem says? Obtain the lines of regression and hence find the coefficient of correlation for the following data. Observe. First we have to find lines of regression, right? Then coefficient of correlation. So suddenly you have to remember, yes, this belongs to second type. First write on the formula. Check the formula. There are two formula for lines of regression. First one y on x, second one x on y. So y equal to summation xy by summation x square into x and x equal to summation xy by summation y square into y. Capital X means x minus x bar and capital Y means y minus y bar. What is required? We require summation xy, summation x square, summation y square. But all are capital, remember. So first you have to write in the form of capital numbers. What is capital X? X minus x bar. X bar means summation x by n, that is 4. Capital Y means y minus y bar. Y bar means summation y by n. Answer is 11. So write on the table. First two columns small x, small y. Third column capital X. Capital X means x minus x bar, but x bar is 4, so x minus 4. Third column is y minus y bar, but y bar is 11, so y minus 11. Next one, x into y, x square, y square. All are capital, remember. If you want, I will explain first row. X and y they have given 1, 9. How to get capital X? X minus 4. X is 1. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. How to get capital Y? Y minus 11. Y is 9. 9 minus 11 is minus 2. Similarly, x into y. So minus 3 into minus 2, 6. X square is minus 3 square, 9. Y square means minus 2 square, it is 4. Similarly, other values. Once it is done, find out the summation. Remember, no need to find summation for all the columns. We require only summation xy, summation x square, summation y square. That I have done. Answer is 26, 28 and 28. Substitute in these values. But remember, when you are substituting, in place of capital Y, you have to write y minus y bar. In place of capital X, you have to write x minus x bar. Summation xy is 26, summation x square is 28. And remember, as I mentioned in the last problem also, whenever you are finding lines of regression, ultimately you have to write in the form of y equal to ax plus b. Similarly, second equation, x equal to summation xy by summation y square by into capital Y. In place of capital X, x minus x bar. In place of capital Y, y minus y bar. Summation xy means 26, summation y square means 28. Substitute, you have to write in the form of x equal to ay plus b. This is the answer. So lines of regression is over. Now how to find coefficient of correlation? I told what is the formula. It is plus or minus square root of coefficient of x into coefficient of y. Now how to get coefficient of x? For that you have to go for this equation, y equal to 0.93 x plus 7.28. What is the coefficient of x? 0.93. Right on. 0.93. Coefficient of y, how to get? Go to second equation. What is the coefficient of y in RHS? 0.93. Right on. Now outside either you have to write plus or minus, but in this case both coefficient of x and y are plus sign, right? So that's why I have written plus. So when you find square root, answer is 0.93. So this is how you have to solve second type. So this is all about regression lines and coefficient of correlation. So very simple, you just try to remember the formula, and for your understand sake you remember type 1 and type 2 problems. Try to work out step by step. With this we will conclude this video. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Thank you.